Hello guys. It's me, Ron Jean, aka QWERTY 2000. I would like to discuss some of the new changes regarding version 4.9 in Bloons TD Battles Mobile. I know it's been over a month since the update came out, but I would like to discuss my own opinions of the update anyway. First up is the Bloon chipper. I don't think many players would appreciate this change. Personally, I had been dreaming as to whether the Bloon chipper would come back with super wide funnel now having oh my god sucking capabilities, or whether the super wide funnel would simply be discounted. Turns out it was the latter, but not the amount of discount I was expecting. Ninja Kiwi only made a discount to $5,500, not a price lower than that. I don't understand why the price of the super wide funnel is still so high if it cannot suck in oh my gods, because it actually does worse than upgrades with abilities, since you can just sell them again and again. Using super wide funnels would be easily replaced by monkey pirate spam, for example. Super wide funnel cannot even deal with all the Moab children after spitting out the BFB, and that means it can be easily replaced by other better Moab class pop-in power. Making the price of the super wide funnel upgrade lower than $4,500 would be a much better idea, as it will not make super wide funnel too valuable but also leave room for more viable strategies too. Next up is the engineer. I don't mind too much of these changes, except I am appalled by how too tiny the buff to the larger service area is. Basically, by buying larger service area you are buying an upgrade that usually does worse than it helps, unless you are purchasing the Sprockets upgrade, which is also not a strong upgrade. A price of $400 or less is a lot more reasonable, thank you very much. As for the description of the overclock issue, I agree. Not sure if overclock will ever be viable unless they drop the price below $5,000, which I would be against, but I do think buffing it so that overclocking a sentry will overclock all sentries would do great, don't you think? It's like that plant food to a puff shroom, isn't it? As in boosting temporary towers of the same type to make all of them boosted? Not sure if you guys have played Plants vs Zombies 2 though. Now here is another set of sniper buffs. Good to see, because deadly precision is dead useless besides being the upgrade below cripple Moab. Nobody uses deadly precision just to kill ceramics or early Moabs, as there are many more useful towers that do just about the same thing for similar prices. Also, .50 was still a little too expensive to purchase for its effect, and this buff now feels pretty balanced. I am happy with those price buffs at the moment, but I do mind that deadly precision is still far too useless for its price. Perhaps to fix that issue, you could make it so it pops 25 layers, which can make it a lot more effective against early Moabs, which can be handy, without being so reliable as to kill multiple group Moabs. Will Sniper still rise to the meta? I am not sure, but it will be a lot more useful as a powerful fourth tower. Up next is a change which I think is pretty expected and also pretty cringy. I have been playing Bloons Monkey City Flash and I found that several BTD5 upgrades are price hiked compared to that game. I don't mind they did that to the signal flare, as it sure is good value for camo detection, but I am not so comfortable when they nerfed the Bloon Jitsu. And even more so here, because it isn't necessarily good at soloing everything if all the income comes from time and not from pop-in balloons, since pop-in balloons for income earns a lot more income than just relying on time for income. Really, I thought Ninja was balanced enough with that nerf to the double shot. But okay, I must admit that it was too easily buyable by round 8, the round where yellow balloons appear. And some glue gunner changes. As expected. Base cost buff is excellent because the 0-0 glue gunner does even worse than a 0-0 dart monkey. Glue soak buff is good. Bloon dissolver buff is good too. Reading the description, I have noted that there is a lack of price value compared to other towers at similar price point. They've fixed a good bunch for the spaced balloons, but they have not done so for the grouped balloons. I still think the glue splatter is just too unreliable for a price that makes a 2-2 glue gunner equal roughly the cost of other good grouped balloon alternatives. But I am dead shocked at what is to come with village nerfs. I will come back to what happened to the glue gunner later. Buccaneer is up on the list with grapes splatted all over his face. The grape shot has been nerfed. I don't understand why they should nerf the grape shot, because I don't see at all why it would cause the current meta to be too stale. I dislike this change, not because it will make Buccaneer less viable, but because $550 is an ugly number. But at least the price of the 01 Buccaneer is at the normal price as in BTD5. As for aircraft carriers, I don't think price buffs are going to make it any more useful. It falls to the same situation as the larger service area in my opinion, but in relation to pop and power rather than concentration of weaponry. The main reason why it is weak is because the reliable destroyer shooting disappears and is replaced by less reliable airplanes that often miss and are weak against even regrow rainbows. I would recommend adding the destroyer shooting to the aircraft carrier, because it will make so much difference to its reliability. The Monkey Village has a large cost drop to the Monkey Town. It's not a bad way to deal with the issue, but not the best way. It is still totally overpriced for the amount of income growth addition. Only 0.7 more income from pressing grouped pinks again isn't really effective enough to be worth the buy. Perhaps 25% or more income increase would be a better choice than just 20% income increase. And secretly, Ninja Kiwi missed out on putting in those monkey fort nerfs. Cannon ship no duplication, I don't care. Flash bomb no duplication, I don't care either. I am shocked to find that glue gunner is nerfed so that it cannot duplicate glue splatters. And no compensatory +1 pierce either. Looks like Glue Village Ninja isn't going to compete against other popular strategies at this rate. I cringe at it more than I do with that Bloon Jitsu nerf. Glue Gunner's probably not going to rise unless it gets a crazy buff such as allowing the ability to slow down Moab class balloons. Lastly, is the Boomerang Thrower. Okay, I was kidding that it was the last, because even I thought it was the last on the list. When it comes to camo detection by the turbocharge ability, I agree that it is a little too powerful, but I agree for different reasons. You see, an inactive turbocharge looks exactly like a bionic boomer, so you could not easily tell which was which. And you fall into a pitfall trap when you try to rush with camos, which is annoying to experience against boomer players. I don't necessarily mind the duration nerf, but I still think the turbocharge needs to be more distinguishable, such as having a blue eye or futuristic arm or something. The last tower change is the bomb tower. No comment other than that now the Moab assassin ability is now consistent with the description of 1000 damage. No wait, actually I have to say that Moab assassin ability was always not very valuable of an ability, particularly against Zomigods. Now I think this change should help it be a little more effective. Random trio change. Excellent. Now I won't have to go through that annoying situation where the first one to send grouped camo pinks wins, which is not fun to do. I still feel we are missing some changes though, such as buffing the spike factory prices, nerfing the heli pilot's razor rollers price slightly, and increasing the explosion radii of cannon ship bombs and the primary bombs of bomb towers. Also, I don't see why Ninja Kiwi is not balancing any cards in card battles, because there are a bunch of cards that desperately need balancing, especially those village cards, as they are never used in battles outside of random cards mode. But overall, I think these changes are okay, besides hating how the useless tower glue gunner got nerfed. Yes, nerfed, as you would have heard earlier. So how do you feel about version 4.9? Comment below with all your thoughts about version 4.9. I won't mind commenting how you dislike the changes, but please be civil when it comes to commenting about disliking the changes.